Good evening, and welcome to the first annual Restore a Life Gala. This is our official opening of the University of Health and Spiritual Sciences. We thank you for taking the time in participating in our cause to change lives, one student, one child, one community at a time. Our goal tonight is to raise much-needed funds to defray the expenses necessary to help children who are in medical need, to have the possibility to restore their life. We come here tonight to gain knowledge, to gain power and faith, because with knowledge and faith, one can create their own miracles. We welcome you to join us on our journey that has enlightened us in so many ways and has changed not only our lives, but many lives around the world. The University of Health and Spiritual Sciences has been in the making for the past 10 years, and now, tonight, we feel we have gained some amazing knowledge that we know will make a positive change globally. The university focuses on the mind, the body, and the spirit, and collectively, we have made it possible to place them under one roof.
Our vision is the creation of a spiritually based global educational community focused on wellness and wholeness, guided by faith, reason, and conscience. It springs from a shared spiritual experience which fosters a free, unhindered, and responsible search for the truth. There is in this an integration of the spiritual, scientific, and philosophical equations from many cultures and systems. Our mission acknowledges and incorporates the worth and dignity of every person living on our planet, from the poorest to the most affluent, and validates the responsibility we have to honor and respect the rights, welfare, and choices of others. Therefore, it must be applicable to all people living in all parts of the world for all time to come. We have been chosen for this path to enrich the global human community on its evolutionary journey toward wellness and wholeness on the mind, on the spirit, and on the body levels. The wisdom of our spiritual community of wellness and wholeness need to be made available to all of humanity. It is an inescapable truth that our web of existence is woven by the thread of interconnectedness, interrelatedness, and interdependence. The suffering of one can and will lead to the suffering of others, even where there appears to be no tangible connection. However one chooses to look at it, it is indeed, on a cosmic level, a shared experience, potentially both good and bad. This is our mutual journey, our path to enlightenment. We have been ordained to simply validate these concepts through use of scientific technology, which has evolved over the ages and only recently has become available to us. It is our calling and responsibility to use it to benefit humankind. Through the use of these tools, we can achieve a tangible goal of peace on earth. We are the first spiritually based institution to incorporate and utilize the ever-changing tools and technology of scientific progress into practice, including the foundations of quantum physics and vibrational energy principles. We go back to the basics. We are a scientifically founded, spiritually grounded institution of higher learning in the area of health sciences, created at a time of greatest need for humanity. Science and spirituality, the natural and supernatural, must be coexistent partners in the wellness equation. The 4th century monk, St. Augustine, said, "I believe, therefore I understand." Spirituality is an experience. Religion is a faith-based system of practice incorporating the concept of spirituality, which includes reciting, meditating, chanting, singing, praying, and other rituals to show a devotion to a spiritually based system via such rituals. One does not need to be religious to be spiritual. They are separate, but together can serve an important purpose. The ancients called religion an experience which bonds the individual to faith, belief, books, and scriptures. This is achieved and reaffirmed by practices of faith. It is important to consider a practical fact here. If the practice did not serve a practical means, it would have been discarded and not utilized. Science has many parallels. It is a means of bringing divinely gifted supernatural wisdom to the natural world through teaching of masters and their scriptures. Regardless of whether they have been passed down orally or given to us via scripture, the wisdom is all from the same source and thus all good. At the root of it all is health wisdom.
Our honored friend Danny Glover, actor, producer, and humanitarian Danny Glover has been a commanding presence on stage and television for more than 25 years. As an actor, his film credits range from the blockbuster Lethal Weapon. Most recently, he co-starred in a critically acclaimed feature, Dreamgirls, and currently can be seen in the film Death of a Funeral. Glover has also gained respect in his worldwide reaching community activism and philanthropic efforts, with a particular emphasis on advocacy for economic justice and access to health care and education programs in the United States and Africa. For these efforts, Danny Glover received a 2006 DGA honor. Internationally, Glover has served as a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations Development Program from 1998 to 2004, focusing on issues of poverty, disease, and economic development in Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean, and currently serves as UNICEF Ambassador. Danny Glover and his dear friend Casca recently joined us in Ecuador for a treatment in stem cells therapy at the Center of Stem Cell and Anti-Aging. As Dean and Medical Director of the University of Natural Medicine and founder of the University of Health and Spiritual Sciences, Dr. Bill is grateful for the divine blessings of opportunities he has received to expand his base of healing skills to people in need all over the world. Dr. Bill, as he is known, holds 2 black belts in martial arts. He is a licensed dentist and medical doctor. He has a PhD. He is a classical violinist, writer, philosopher, and altruist. And yes, we are speaking about one person. When people first meet Dr. Bill and ask him what he does for a living, he replies, "I am a lifelong student." He shares part of what he has learned through his 4 books he has written. Dr. Bill's goal is the creation of a spiritually based, globally educational community focused on wellness and wholeness, guided by faith, reason, and conscience, one that will respect the dignity and needs of all people in all parts of the world for all time to come.
Well, it's great to be here, Tanya. We have a mutual friend, Miss Jean Joseph, and we've developed a very deep friendship in New York, and I've developed a friendship with people of Dominica.
Okay, so who is Dr. Bill Akpinar? Give us background into yourself.
Okay, well, I'll give you a little background. I started out as a dentist and moved into acupuncture, having studied in China, in Tibet, in Europe, other parts of the world.